Well, we are just hours away from the start of jury selection in phase 2 of the Capital Gazette murder case. In court yesterday, Jarrod Ramos admitted to shooting and killing 5 newspaper employees.
Now, this is the second phase of the trial. It's going to be deciding if Ramos is insane at the time of the killings or if he is criminally responsible. And WMAR 2 News' Erin McPherson was in the courtroom yesterday. She got to see some of the evidence up close, and she talked with a legal expert tonight about the Ramos defense. Erin.
I saw letters Ramos wrote to some members of the Gazette, one saying, quote, "You've crippled my life for a year, and now I'm going to cripple your company forever." Now, tonight, a professor of law from the University of Baltimore I spoke with tells me even with this type of evidence, a jury could still find Ramos insane. 5 Capital Gazette employees shot and killed in June of last year. The gunman, Jarrod Ramos, originally pled not guilty. Monday, he admitted to committing these murders and changed his defense to insanity.
The fact that the initial plea was not guilty is to be expected. Any reasonable attorney is going to assert their client's right to plead not guilty and then figure out what's going on.
David Jarros is a professor of law for the University of Baltimore. He says the second stage of Ramos's trial is all about whether he's insane or not.
Just because a defendant acts with a great deal of planning and may even be meticulous in their actions, it doesn't necessarily mean they're not suffering from extreme mental illness and in fact may qualify for the defense.
Jarros says there are 2 parts to the insanity defense: whether the defendant recognizes the difference between right and wrong, and if the defendant can't control their actions, coerced by their mental illness.
What's going to be very difficult about this case is it involves both very complex mental health evidence and then a further hard task for the jury, which is to apply a complicated legal rule to that mental health evidence. So do they understand the defendant's mental health condition? And then how does that translate into whether or not he qualifies for the insanity defense?
Recently, a forensic psychiatrist at the state health department declared Ramos sane. Now, if the jury finds Ramos insane during this trial, he won't have a criminal conviction. So instead of going to jail, he'll go to an institution, which Jarros says has similar conditions to jail.